Well guys, we just got set up out here. We didn't get 3 rods in the water and we were hooked up, baby. It's a beautiful morning out here on Lake Superior. Fast and furious this morning. Well guys, first fish of the morning here. We didn't get 3 rods in the water and we already got a fish on the shore, so just a beautiful morning out here on Lake Superior. Let's get another one. I think that out there. Yep. Oh, nice. Baiting one up, guys. Just had a bite. Maggie's on. Well guys, the bushwhacking has begun. So we fished the beach for a couple hours this morning. We caught 2 coho and then it got pretty slow on us. We talked to a lot of the locals and kind of the way things have been going the last few days. Everybody says it's been first thing in the morning and the bite kind of dies right down. So we just decided to come up the river here. We just got up here. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning or so. And we're gonna go stomp through the forest and see if we can find some coho up in the river here during the day. So we just have today to fish. We fished this morning on the lake. Now we're gonna fish the rest of the day in the river and see what we can pull out of here. Okay guys, start off with a little thunder stick action here. See if we can't get a bite on a thunder stick out of here. Got a nice deep hole. What the? Got her, Mags?
Okay guys, so the first spot we tried to fish was kind of a bust. We tried a couple different holes. We tried throwing spinners, we tried throwing sticks, we tried spawn, and nothing was really working, so we just came to a new spot. We're up on top of a cliff and we just looked down and there looks like there's a couple good holes down there, so we're gonna try this and see what happens.
Oh my gosh. Oh, fish! No way! I thought it was the back of the hole. I thought mine was the back of the hole. Oh, got a chromer, guys. Gosh, Maggie had a bobber down on a bead back there, and thought it was the back of the hole. I didn't barely set the hook on this thing too. No way, on this fire cured skein. Well, that's cool. Not a monster, but man, that'll be a good eater there. Nice. So guys, what we're gonna do here with this fish is we're gonna bleed her out well. So what I like to do is just cut this main artery here and cut all the gills, and that's gonna really help her bleed out thoroughly. We cut these just a minute ago, but you're gonna see when you first do it, you know, a lot of blood's gonna be gushing out, but that's really gonna help the quality of the meat and your eggs as well.
Oh! I just had one.
Did you really?
Yeah. 100%. I don't know. I just got like half of one head shake.
Did you have a tattoo on him?
Yeah. My bag's just slowly getting eaten. I wasn't even looking.
Well, we just fished a bunch of different spots, did a bunch of hiking, and we did not find much luck at all, guys. We fished our butts off for a few hours, tried quite a few different spots. We ran bait, we ran spawn skein through a bunch of holes, spawn bags and skein. We threw a bunch of spinners, junior thunder sticks, and didn't find too much going on. So we're gonna head back to the car now. We just have one day to fish, so we drove 5 hours last night to fish today. And we're gonna go back to the beach for the rest of our afternoon. It appears to be most of the fish are in the lake still, so we're gonna head back to the beach, Been getting my workout in for today and see if we can't find a couple more fish here this afternoon before we have to head back home at 5, 6 o'clock. So let's go see. Well, we just got set up on the beach out here, starting to pull our afternoon shift, so we gotta start heading back home at about 5 o'clock. It's a little after 1, but judging by what we saw in the river, it didn't seem like there were too many fish in the river yet. We just caught that one fish and Maggie rolled one, so we decided to use up the rest of our time out here on the beach, see if we can get a couple more fish. This style of fishing definitely isn't for the faint of heart, you know, it can be really hit or miss. Obviously, early mornings are your best opportunity, but a lot of times middle of the day too can be productive, so you never really know what's gonna go on out here on the lake. But I'm gonna show you the setup and style of fishing we're using out here, guys. So we just have a whole variety of, an assortment of rod and reels put together. We just took a spur of the moment trip up here, so we just kind of pieced things together. But my favorite rod to use is a Lamiglass Redline. You want a rod with a good backbone. That's going to allow you to launch these pyramid sinkers way out into the lake, but you also want a rod with a fast tip as well, or a soft tip. That way you'll be able to detect those light bites, especially when it's rough and you have some good waves coming in. But like I said, we have a whole variety of rod and reels put together. It really doesn't take anything fancy. You can get by with a whole bunch of different combos out here. We have anything from 7 foot to 9 foot, 10 foot, 13 footers put out. We just put stuff together like I said. So what I have here is a large Fluger President reel. This just has 12-pound Trilene smooth cast on it. We have 12-pound Trilene smooth cast, and this is a little bit of the terminal tackle you're gonna need. It's really simple. So what I have here is just a bead. I just got one of my old beads there. This is a snap. This is a size 6 Raven Specialist hook. This is a small size 5 split shot, and that's a barrel swivel there. So we're gonna start off by putting our snap on the line, and this is what our pyramid sinker is going to go on. I don't know if I explained that, but this is a 2-ounce pyramid sinker. That's the weight we're going to use. Now 2 ounce will work in pretty much any conditions. If it gets really rough, sometimes you got to go to a 3 to get your bait to hold, or you could go to a 1 ounce too if it's really calm like it is right now. But we're just putting 2 ounces out. That's what we have. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to put this snap on first. I'm going to slide this snap on my main line. And that's what our weight's gonna go on here in a minute. And then I'm gonna slide my bead on. So I'm gonna slide my bead on, and then I'm gonna put my barrel swivel on. Okay, so now that we got our swivel on, I'm just gonna connect a 4-foot piece of 10-pound fluorocarbon here. So I'm gonna tie this onto my swivel. This is 10-pound fluorocarbon. Seaguar Red Label's my preferred brand. That's what I like to run. So I'm just gonna tie this on here, and then I'm gonna tie my hook on. Trim the tag. I'm going to run a size 6 Raven Specialist hook. These hooks seem to get these fish hooked really well out here. They hold up well. Then after I get my hook on, I'm going to apply my weight. Okay, now that I got my hook on, now I'm going to put my little sinker on, this little size 5 sinker. I believe that's a size 5, so it might be a size 7. Definitely doesn't take anything fancy. You just want a small split shot. Now I'm going to put this about a foot above my hook here. Okay, so I'm going to crimp this on. Okay, now I'm going to put my pyramid sinker on my snap. So this is that snap that I began with. So I got my 2-ounce pyramid sinker. I'm going to put that on the snap, and now we're ready to fish. So we're going to get a spawn bag out here. This is some fresh coho spawn that we just caught this morning, actually, out of one of those fish you guys saw. So I got a fresh bag. I'm gonna hook this on opposite side of the knot. So there's our knot there. I got a few floaters in it. You just want to make sure you have enough floaters in your bag so the bag floats in the water. I like to even check them just to make sure that they're floating, or else if they're not floating most of the time they won't be fishing. So I'm gonna hook my hook opposite side of the knot, and I'm just gonna go just inside the bag there, guys. Just like that, just so that hook's a little bit exposed and that it's gonna get a good hook set when a fish bites it. Now I'm gonna trim this tag-in piece. I got a little tag-in piece of that thread there. I'm gonna trim that out, and we're gonna go put them out. So before you go to cast this, you're casting a heavy weight, so you just want to take your time, make sure everything looks good in your rod. Your line's not twisted around your rod tip. It's coming smoothly off the reel. And for here, we're fishing kind of close to shore, and we're not able to wade out because it's pretty deep out there. So I'm just going to whip this out as far as I can right from shore here. Bombs away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it some slack, and I'm going to go put them in our rod holders here. So this is just a homemade rod holder here, guys. This is just made, you can make these. I made this one. This is just like a 3.5 foot piece of tie rod, and this is just a PVC pipe and a hose clamp. So that's a good way to make rod holders for this beach fishing. Really simple. Now I'm gonna put this in this rod holder. I made sure my rod holder staked down good. Now I'm gonna reel in just a little bit, just so that weight pulls some of the slack line out for my leader. And then I'm gonna loosen up my rod. So I'm gonna give it a good amount of slack line. That way, when a fish bites it, it doesn't feel all that tension at first, and it has a chance to kind of swallow the bait and get the bait good before it feels a lot of that tension. So I got it slacked up, because how it works is, you know, you have that snap there, so when a fish bites it, it's free sliding theoretically through your snap. And you want a little bit of slack just so when that fish bites that, it doesn't feel all that tension at first. We got a fish on, baby. It's been a long time coming, guys. We've been putting in a shift out here. I don't know what it is, but we got one on. Let's see what it is, guys. Let's see. We'll take it up here. He's in my line. He's in the other line. Little steely. Well, guys, he's not a monster, but pretty cool little steely there. Finally broke up the action. We started getting a little wind coming out of the north, and it's starting to get a little choppy out here, so hopefully that'll spice things up for us. We got another hour or so to fish, so we'll see if we can get another bite or two. Well, we've been grinding out here, guys, but we got a screamer on, baby. I thought he came off. He was just running at me so fast. I don't know what it is, how big it is. I don't think it's even that big. Well, guys, just a little skipper steely here. Slammed the spawn bag though. We put up a good little scrap. We're gonna send him back home.
beginning of fall here in northern Michigan, which means that the days are starting to get a little bit colder. So this week I'm going to show you guys how to make a salmon chowder recipe. It only takes about 30 minutes to throw together, so it's pretty easy, and yeah, it's something fun to make on these chilly days. So if you guys do try this recipe, make sure to let us know in the comments below what you think, and let's get cooking.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. You guys gotta give this a try. For one of those rainy fall days, you can't beat this. After a long day of steelhead fishing on the river, this is where it's at. You can do the same recipe with steelhead as well. It turns out great. Turns out phenomenal. Give this a try. This is one of my favorite recipes of Maggie's, and she's gonna have some other bangers coming out for you guys as well. So if you're new to our channel, also feel free to subscribe. We post bi-weekly uploads, and we love taking you along with us.